Now then, this is all I did in August on my weekly blog. I didn't do as much here because, as you can see, I started at the late bit of August when it was near the end of my holiday, because I had a load of holidays that I was going on, and then I had this sort of last week or so to just get a load of stuff done. So I started up with a backup plan. This was in case the real idea went south, and I'm still sticking to this, so just in case something goes wrong with this trailer and I can't do it for whatever reason, I do have a backup plan. It's called Odysseus. I wrote it last year, and it's about a young girl who battles a demon. And it's basically, the demon is sort of a personification of depression and suicidal thoughts. So yeah, that's quite cool. Now then, this is my first storyboard draft. If you hear the cat, don't worry, he's just being an idiot, really. So I wrote this while I was on holiday in Wales, actually, and drew it. All of this is each shot explained, and then I've got a few examples. So like, this is like when he's panicking. This is, again, the sort of thing that I want, the editing. And then that when he's reading stuff. And I just think they're cool. Then we go on to the name idea, which I actually thought of this one and thought, okay, yep, that's happening, I love it. And then I checked it with the group and they said, yeah, cool. I don't know what it means, but sure. But I'm not in that group anymore, so yeah, I'll go with schism. And it means a split or division between strongly opposed sections or parties caused by differences in opinion or belief. Now, the guy in the middle actually has a schism because he has two split personalities. One of them killed his friends, one of them didn't, and they have both have different beliefs. Like, the bad side believes that he's a bad person and he wants to kill people. The good side believes that he didn't kill anyone and he's innocent. So, yeah. Now, this is a summary of the horror poster analysis, and it basically says that there's colours that are prominent in horror films and horror posters. So black and red are used most commonly. Connotations of blood, danger, and darkness. Darkness brings back our childhood fear of the dark and fear of the unknown. Black is a dark colour and represents dark themes. And red and black are very classic horror conventions. Red represents blood and danger, and warning signs are red. Subconsciously tells the reader that they're in danger, and it represents blood that can be spilt. Style and font, most of them are minimal with lots of space for monsters and evil to hide. It makes us imagine what could be there, and it can represent the dark psyche of a character. It also makes it easier to take in at a glance, with less information to take in. They all seem to be neat with a margin around each edge, and text seems to be in line with the rest of the text. Small print and image relating to the title of the story are on the poster and usually give information to the reader as well as the image catching the eye. The makers of text is also common as it persuades people to go and see the film if they like others that the person has made. They are mainly sans serif font, and if not, then it usually is just the title of the film with a special font design. This is because sans is easier to read and the human mind remembers more information at a glance if it is written in sans serif. Ratings are another. The posters often have release dates on them and general times that the films will be coming out. So, for example, Halloween for horror films usually. They tend to have ratings on so that you won't be disappointed if you like the look of the film and then discover it's an 18 and can't see it yet. I can in 2 months. I can now. It tells the parents how bad the film can be themes-wise and lets them choose whether their child is subjected to it or not. A tagline is usually common but not necessary, and it can add the scare factor. I may want one in my poster unless it will give the game away too much. So in conclusion, red and black, titles, sans serif, taglines, release dates, ratings, small print, images, neat layout and margins should be on my poster because it's a horror psychological thriller poster. Now we've got possible hiccups. So these are things that could get in the way. The bonfire is a big one because we need to ring around and find somewhere that would allow us to do it. Possibly with fire staff, we need to have the people playing the victims to agree to it and their parents to agree to it. We need water buckets, fire blankets, fire extinguishers, sand buckets, all the safety precautions. We need somewhere to do it. and we need to make sure that everyone's okay and safe, and I need a big crew to make sure that everything is safe. I want to cover everything. I don't want anyone to be in any sort of danger at all that's unnecessary. The underwater clip as well, we need to find something waterproof to film it with, so either a waterproof camera or a waterproof case for a mobile phone with a decent camera. My phone does have a fairly decent camera, so if I can find a waterproof case, which I think I have, that'll be perfect for that. And film for the projector, we might need to buy some Super 8 film because I have a projector and it's Super 8, but I don't have any film for it, so that could be an issue. Now I went on to film certification, US versus UK. So this is the difference between the US certification and the UK certification, what they need to be in each sort of certificate, and sort of what the equivalent is. So it starts off with British certification. So British films are certified by the BBFC, and we have U, PG, 18, sorry, what's that? U, PG, 12A, 12, 15 and 18. Universal is anyone can watch it, there shouldn't be any offensive scenes. Parental guidance, some scenes may be found upsetting. Parents decide. Under 12s must be with an adult at the cinema. 12 is only on DVDs and videos, but no one under 12 should view it. 15 is no one under 15 should view, and 18 is no one under 18 should view. So that's British ratings. Then we have American certification. These are certified by the MPAA, Motion Picture Association of America, and are not law enforced, but theatres may refuse to exhibit unrated films. So there's certain films that they don't get rated, and they can use this as marketing campaigns, such as South Park unrated. That was one that I've certainly heard of. Now we've got an American film rating system. Oh, sorry about that. No, where are you going? Come here. There we go. So we've got G, which is general, which is basically a U. PG, which again is a parental guidance. PG-13 is like a 12-ish sort of thing. It's sort of parents control if you're under 13, or if you're 13 you can go on your own, so it's a bit like a 12A. R is 18, so they jump straight from PG-13 to R, I think, but I'm not entirely sure on this. R is like adults only. I think a 15-year-old can go as the R. I'm not sure. No, I think it is an 18. And then NC-17 is adults only. So yeah, I don't know why that's so blurry. It shouldn't be. But that is American certification and UK certification. Then we have my first poster draft. So we have from the makers of The Lodge, which is another thing that I've written. We have people starring in it. We've got the name. We've got the people tied to the chairs and the bonfire and the murderer. And we've got coming soon, small print, hashtag. We've got company logos and things, and Twitter logos and things. And then we've got my influences, our influences so far, including Saw, Would You Rather, Cube, Get Out, Macbeth, It, Split, Heavy Rain, and Silent Hill. Saw because it's about sort of having games to show your worth and your will to survive. Would You Rather, again, about having games and tests. Cube, again, having tests and things like that. Get Out, just for like the mind-bendy themes within it, the psychological part, because that's very psychological. Macbeth with the washing of the hands and the blood not coming off. It, because it's, again, quite mind-bendy, and the blood in the sink, and the parents can't see the blood, and all of that stuff. Split, because, again, it's mind-bendy, you don't really know what's going on, and it's a bit, ooh, what's happening? And you've got to try and figure out the end before it gets there, and things like that. Heavy Rain, because he chops his finger off, and that's what he does in the video game. Which it's a video game about an origami killer. So this guy takes his children, puts them in a drain thing, and waits for the rain to fill it up, and then they drown. But he gives like the parents tasks to follow to get the kid back. So like chopping off his finger being an example, to go and get the kid back. And then Silent Hill, just because it's really creepy and weird and psychological, and it's really sort of made around them. So like in the second one, the mannequin monster is around James's, who's the protagonist. It's around his sort of psyche and his sexual frustrations and things like that. Then we've got a group change. Holly dropped media at enrolment, so it's now me and Tom. Then we had a group agreement where the group agreed to the storyboard and it's all cool. And that appears to be everything I did in August.